Well, shoot. Okay. It won't let me play my dang podcast. I want to. It's because I'm having trouble, I would like to... I want to play a podcast, but it won't let me do it while I'm recording on my iPad. And I want to keep the stream open on my phone so that I can see if anyone's speaking to me. Poo. Dang. I guess I'll just, I guess I'll just be AWOL for a minute in chat. And then we'll listen to some fucking last podcast. I hope you guys are good. I'm trying to find something that's not super heavy to listen to in last podcast because some of their stuff's funny and some of it's not so funny. I mean, it's all funny, but, you know, some of it's really harsh. Because they talk about true crime. And that's not fun. Bigfoot hunters, hell yeah. I hope you guys can hear that okay.
Always described it about Bigfoot leaving without a second thought. Like they're always like just showing up, doing something dumb, or like waving and then just leaving, like they're the wacky neighbor in that. What was that? The show was it Empty Nest?
Empty Nest, yeah.
Good show.
Yeah. Now, of course, while Charlie's Bigfoot hunt experience was an accident, there are thousands out there who take the act
waving and then just
who calling a harmonica because it was the minute
slightly before. This is more about the personalities behind the hunt for Bigfoot.
Right.
These people are like older women turn to gems, older men with camouflage full outfits turn to hunting Bigfoot.
Right. I mean, and it's really more of a communal experience where they can go and get drunk with their friends and have an excuse to tell their wives of why they're doing it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, Ben, me and you watched a Bigfoot hunter episode in which it was 4 very overweight men with very large beards, and they were hunting, I think it was called the Minnesota Whistler.
And they were armed to the teeth as if they were about to go fight in Afghanistan, but really they were fighting a fictional character.
Absolutely. And then, they had these gigantic shotgun.
But really they were fighting a fictional character.
And they all made sure to cock and
But
before they went, just traipsing up
okay.
into the darkness. But in order to attract the Whistler, what they actually did was they brought along a harmonica.
Why do we get the only one of our...
No, they brought along a harmonica because it was said that the Whistler actually responded to harmonica noises. So every once in a while, they'd turn to one of the hillbillies and do it. And he'd pull out his harmonica.
And then you just hear off in the distance, oh, dead.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Whistler with that down south voice.
No.
Muddy waters, ladies and gentlemen.
No, the first Bigfoot hunt we'll cover today is actually more of a Bigfoot hunting accident perpetrated by a man named Charlie Victor of the Squaw Reserve located in the Pacific Northwest. Now, this hunting accident is actually where we get the term Sasquatch from. Charlie Victor was the guy who coined the term Sasquatch.
And that was
squaw is also a Native American term for tiny hot lady.
Well,
right?
I'm not sure if that's factually accurate.
So is this Babe Reserve for the Native Americans? It's must go to Squaw Reserve, because that's where all the hot trim is. Isn't that true, horny beaver?
Yeah. Well, one day, as Charlie was out hunting, he fired into the brush thinking that he was shooting at a bear. But after hearing a distinctly human cry, Charlie discovered he had instead shot a naked 12-year-old boy.
Interesting. Now, what state of body was the child? If you could confuse a 12-year-old boy for a bear. I mean, similar to the way I grew up.
Right.
Because I had back hair literally by the age of 10.
Yeah, you do look like a kind of a cub.
Yeah, a bit. No, from what I understand, he was a bit malnourished.
Okay.
He was a skinny, hairless white boy.
Seems like the opposite of a bear.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I got that wrong.
No, soon after the boy started screaming, a full-grown, 6-foot-tall, covered in hair, female Bigfoot emerged from the woods. Charlie, who claimed to have strangled many a bear with nothing but his own 2 hands, later said that the creature could have broken every bone in his body without effort.
What's this guy doing going around strangling bears?
It seems ridiculous.
No, you see, Russians do it all the time.
Strangle bears?
Yeah, we cover it on Roundtable constantly.
Okay.
I don't know. Charlie sounds like the O.J. Simpson, but for bears.
Yes. Not nice. Not a nice guy.
Now, the creature, obviously upset that the child had been shot, turned to Charlie and said in the local native tongue, "You have shot my friend."
Very masculine voice for a female Bigfoot.
Charlie apologized, saying he thought that the naked prepubescent was a full-grown bear.
And that's what every mother wants to hear, how their child is described. Sorry, I didn't mean to shoot your boy. I thought it was a tiny naked bear.
Yes.
And then that's how all pedophiles can get away with shit from now on. They're just saying, I was just trying to tame that crazy, naked, tiny bear.
Right.
But instead of ripping Charlie to shreds, as she probably should have done, the Bigfoot began doing what Charlie called a quote-unquote wild frisk around the boy, chanting in a loud voice for a minute or two, to which Charlie heard a wild howl come from the mountains in response.
So do we know that this wasn't just another human being?
I mean, according to Charlie Victor, it was a 6-foot-tall woman covered in hair.
This would only be true if it was in Greece.
Yes.
And next, the Bigfoot, who was apparently just carrying this thing around with her, started striking the ground with a 6-foot length of intestine over and over again.
Where'd you get the intestine from? Is it like Bugs Bunny?
Does seem like a lot of intestine.
And when the bizarre ritual ended, the Bigfoot picked up the boy and disappeared into the woods without giving Charlie a second thought.
Oh, and he didn't even get to take home his kill and eat it. Isn't that sad?
But big feet seem to do that a lot. They always describe that about Bigfoot leaving without a second thought. Like they're always like just showing up, doing something dumb, or like waving and then just leaving, like they're the wacky neighbor in that. What was that? The show was it Empty Nest?
Empty Nest,
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah. Now, of course, while Charlie's Bigfoot hunt experience was an accident, there are thousands out there who take the actual hunting of Bigfoot very seriously and have even devised techniques and tools for the actual hunt.
Now, every single time I see a title like In Bigfoot Lives, all the guys, the weird Wisconsin guys that Tom Biscardi is with, they all have the same title of private investigator, which I actually don't know what that means. I think I technically can be a private investigator if I want, because what I do on my own is private.
And
right?
And you're investigating. If you have an expired license, you're a private investigator.
Yeah.
That's the #1 rule off the grid.
Remember, when they say private investigator, there is sometimes, but not always, the adjective licensed in front of private investigator.
Right.
And when they say licensed private investigator, that's when you can take them a little more seriously.
But you don't want to go with one of those people. They're part of the system. They're part of the problem.
I just kind of like to fuck with crime scenes.
Are you eating the bullet shells, sir?
Oh, damn, I thought it was cashews.